Mrs. Claus has arrived. Well, come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright.
The moon is shining.
Get on board and down the river we're gonna raise the Rockies tonight. Play it, Sam. Woo! Tell it, tell it. Feel free to sing it along with me now. We said, come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright.
The moon is shining.
Get on board and down the river we're gonna raise a rock. Let's sing it, Sam.
Tonight there's Santa Claus coming down the chute.
Raise the ruckus tonight.
That big man gonna bring me lots of loot.
Raise the ruckus tonight.
Well, because I've been naughty and somewhat nice.
Raise the ruckus tonight.
That big man better come back twice.
Raise the ruckus tonight. We're gonna come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright.
The moon is shining.
Get on board and down the river we're gonna raise the ruckus tonight. Play it, Doug. Got another one, Sam? Sing it, Sam.
Well, tonight we're gonna cross the field.
Raise the ruckus tonight.
And the black snap picked me by the heel.
Raise the ruckus tonight.
Well, I turned around to do my best.
Raise the ruckus tonight.
Well, and I fell right into that hornet's nest.
Raise the ruckus tonight. Come along, little children, come along, while the moon is shining bright.
The moon is shining.
Get on board and down the river we're gonna raise a ruckus tonight.
Welcome to Route 60 Saturday night here at Route 60 Music in Barboursville. I'm Michelle Lewis. I'm so glad to have you here. I'm your host tonight, and we've got some song stylings by two great local artists, Charleston's Debbie Grimm and Huntington's Alan Brown. They're going to help us wrap up our third big season of Route 60 Saturday night. Our special guests also include Rob McNurlin back here on bass tonight. Yeah. And Paul Callicoat on hand. He's going to be sharing a few original tunes. Now, proceeds for the show this evening, you know your $5 at the door, going to Big Brothers, Big Sisters of the Tri-State. And if you weren't able to attend in person tonight, we'll take in this fun online, streaming it through Facebook Live, watch an archive show on YouTube, and on the website, route60saturdaynight.com. Tell friends about it, share the fun of the show. Well, let's get this show started. We're raising a ruckus. Route 60 Saturday night.
Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine several other light on me. Do it, Doug. If you ever go to Houston, Lord, you better walk right, and you better not gamble, and you better not play. Well, the sheriff will arrest you, he'll surely take you down, and you bet your bottom dollar you're penitentiary bound. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine every other light on me. Sam Sinclair. Yonder come Miss Rosie, I'm in the world do you know?
How do you know?
I know of our apron and the dress she wore, umbrella on her shoulder, piece of paper in her hand. Said to the warden, turn loose my man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a ever loving light on me. Do it, done. Well, you get up in the morning, you hear the ding-dong ring. Go marching to the table, see the same darn thing. Hot biscuits on the table, a knife, a fork, and a pan. Say anything about it, you're in trouble with the man. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Lord, let the special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me. Sing it one time with us. Let the midnight special shine a light on me.
Come on, come on.
Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine a light on me. Let the midnight special shine its ever-loving light on me.
All right. Lots of folks are watching this live on Facebook. Thank you so much for tuning in. And lots of folks braving that weird weather tonight, making out here live for Route 60 Music. Now, for you folks that are home, you're just going to have to make do with hearing about how delicious that apple cider and hot chocolate are that have been provided tonight. So if you're sitting in the audience and you get a little thirsty, feel free to help yourself to it back at the back. Now, we're ready for our first big guest, ladies and gentlemen. This is a special treat, and I hope you give her a warm welcome. Debbie Grimm started playing guitar when she was 13 years old. Yes, 13 years old when she started. She's the youngest of four and the only girl. She had a time of it. Her mother was against her playing guitar, saying it's a boy's instrument. But Debbie, oh no, she wasn't going to have it. She begged and finally got her wish and was given a beautiful classical guitar and show her mom girls can play. Debbie drove her mom crazy practicing in a room for hours. She says, through my life with guitars, it's been an on-again, off-again relationship. In my early years, I was heavily influenced by artists like Bob Dylan, James Taylor, Joni Mitchell, the 70s folk scene. I rarely played in public, mostly played around the kitchen table, and my two children in my 20s. Now, in her early 30s, she decided to break out and play at the local Washington, D.C. area open mics. I'm glad she did, because from there she met many extraordinary people and encouraged her to hit the stage. So since then, Debbie's played a number of bands as rhythm guitar player and sometimes even lead singer, and including a great girl band frontin' called the Flaming Barbies. You might have heard of them, playing folk rock with her dear friend Stephanie Nelson. Now, since then, her musical tastes have expanded. For instance, she fell in love with the blues. And as a member of a group called Blues Fuses, she performed in venues throughout the Mid-Atlantic. And after years in the band scene, Debbie decided to focus on family and career. So the last 10 years, she's played a few live venues, private parties, and of course around campfires and happy gatherings. And it's our complete pleasure to welcome Debbie Grimm here tonight.
Thank you very much. That was a good intro. I learned a lot about myself. All right, folks. Was definitely thrilled to be here tonight, and it is a soup mix outside, so I'm you're brave to come on out and hear all these great musicians. I really appreciate you guys coming out. People nowadays have gotten so mean. You gotta stick together, honey, make a team. You gotta take the bitter honey with that sweet. We'll be walking down on easy street. I said, now close together, honey, now close together. I don't want somebody time. It's a good feeling. And these are great players to get back up on stage with. This is a song I wrote years ago. And I did record it once, but I have not been able to find that tape. That's a cassette tape. Say it again, say it again, that our love is here to stay. Play it again, play it again, that our love song always play. See, we're going in different directions. See, we're going out and I find I've been looking at you, sweet glory, but lately been spending time on my own. My sweet believer, my sweet believer, my sweet believer, my friend. Say it again, say it again, that our love is here to stay. Play it again, play it again, that our love song always play. Didn't mean to stray from your sweet forgiver. Didn't mean to lose a kind and gentle friend. I've been looking at you, sweet glory, but lately been spending time on myself. My sweet believer, my sweet believer, my sweet believer, my friend. Thank you very much. I've had to borrow a guitar tonight, so if I'm looking at my hands a lot, this is I'm going, okay, where's this guitar? Alright, this is an old Bob Dylan song. Everything can be replaced. They say every distance is not near. I remember every face, every man who put me here. See my light come shining from the west unto the east. Any day now, any day now, I said I shall be released. Save a man, need protection, and they say every man he must fall. Swear I see my reflection. Above these walls, see my light come shining from the west unto the east. Any day now, any day now, I said I shall be released. Every man needs protection. Oh, they say every man, he must fall. I see my reflection. So high above these walls. Thank you. Well, hello, Miss Michelle.
Well, hello, Miss Debbie. Now, this is the part of the show. Oh, let me get my microphone. This is the part of the show where we get up close and personal with you.
Uh-oh.
We just want to learn a little bit about what shaped this incredible talent of yours. So 13 years old, wanted to play guitar. Mom wanted you to play piano.
Yes.
And you won.
I know. I should have stuck, after years gone by, I wish I'd got, played that piano. But I was fighting my mom tooth and nail. Anything that she says, I was like, I'll do the opposite.
Well, I think a lot of young people are like that, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
Well, let me ask you this. I'm listening to your style. I know you had a lot of folk influences, but I heard a little bit of Melissa Etheridge in there. Give us some more of your inspirations.
Well, she was an inspiration, but she's my age or younger, so I sort of came before her.
So maybe Melissa's inspiration. Your inspiration.
We're about the same. So actually, my biggest inspiration in my life is Joan Armatrading. Okay. And
which album of hers did you play over and over and over?
I just went blank. I can't think of the album. It's the one with her beautiful face on the front.
Okay.
It's like one of my favorite songs in the world is Willow.
Okay.
It's a beautiful song. I don't play it anymore, but anyway, that was a big influence.
So in the DC area, that must have been some fun, playing around and open mics and with the Flaming Barbies with your good friend.
Yes.
Tell us some stories about that.
Well, we just started. My friend Stephanie said, "Let's go out and play." I was playing around the dining room table with my kids and things, and so we started playing at open mics, and then it evolved into an incident that she was a social worker, and one of the little kids lit a Barbie on fire, and we were trying to think of the name, and the little kid goes, "My Barbie's on fire," so we became the Flaming Barbies from that.
Sweet inspiration.
Yeah, sweet little inspiration there, and then I was playing at an open mic, and I met some blues players, and then it evolved. I started playing with a band called Blues Fuse, and I gigged with them for quite a while, and it's a revolving door. I believe they're still together in the D.C. area. They are a great influence on me to sing the blues.
You've been playing for private parties and for friends, and if people want to hear your stuff, they can look on YouTube?
Yes, on YouTube. I have it, as I said, the last time I was in a studio, it's actually on cassette. Remember those things?
I've got one in my pocketbook, and I can't find any machines to play it on.
Oh, I know. I found some at a yard sale, and I have it for 5 minutes, and the cassette breaks. And I'm like, oh, well, there it goes.
Back to square one.
Yeah.
Okay, so if they want to hear you on YouTube, and we might check out, see, maybe in some future date you might try and be out and about in public, maybe in the Charleston area, maybe some more private parties would keep our eyes open for you.
It's funny because I met Michelle. We were at a little ladies' night get-together, and a friend of mine, she went out, Libby bought a guitar from Toys R Us when it was going out of business. It's a $30 guitar, and boy, she said, "Can you tune it for me?" And I played this $30 guitar, and it was like, and then she goes, "I have some place I'd like you to see if you can play." And I'm like, "Okay, this is an audition on a $30 Toys R Us guitar." And I thought, well, and so that's how I met Michelle.
Well, I'm digging your blues entirely. You've got a couple more songs, and the band's going to come up and play with your last one. But in the meantime, let's hear some more of this wonderful musician and singer. She writes her own stuff, too. Give it back up to her one more time with a round of applause. Please, Debbie Grimm.
Thank you. See right, see what you done. See my writing now, see what you done. Made this woman love you, oh, you made this woman now she run. Said I'm gone away, baby, I'm gone away to fall. I'm gone away, baby, I'm gone away to fall. jump, watch him crawl. I said, see, right. See what you done, baby. See my rider now. See what you done. Made this woman love you now. Made this woman now she run. Thank you very much. All right. So I think I'm going to get some folks back up here with me. All right. So is everybody all ready for Christmas? I was trying to think of a Christmas song, and I realized it's never been in my repertoire. And I thought, well, I started playing Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, and then I forgot the words halfway through. That's a longer song than you think it is. I was like, oh, well, not that one either. And so that's been trying to find Christmas songs, and I found one blues song, but I didn't. I was like, well, I'm not ready for that one either. So I don't even have my Christmas tree up yet. I have a pink metal Christmas tree, and I put pink boas around it. And because my kids are all grown up now, I'm like, I'm not going to put all that other stuff up right now. I said, give me some grandchildren, I'll put the old tree back up. I'm ready to be a grandma. Of course, I hope they're not watching this. They're like, Mom. All right, you guys ready?
Yeah, we're back.
All right. Okay, this is an oldie but goodie. Said I'm going to Kansas City, here I come. I said I'm going to Kansas City, baby, Kansas City, here I come. Said I'm going to Kansas City, baby, I'm going to get me some. Standing on the corner, 4th Street and Vine. Said I'm standing on the corner, honey, of 4th Street and Vine. Said I'm standing on the corner with my bottle of wine. Said I might take a train, I might take a plane. If I had to walk, I'm gonna get there all the same. I'm gone, baby, I'm gone. Said I'm gonna Kansas City, but that don't belong me down. I've been loving that man, honey, and he been loving on me. Said I'm gonna Kansas City, that don't belong you down. If I were a catfish swimming in the sea, all the handsome men, baby, swimming after me, I'm gone. Oh, baby, I'm gone.
Tell it, girl.
Said I'm gonna Kansas City, that don't belong me down. Said I might take a train, might take a plane. If I had to walk, I'm gonna get there all the same. Now I'm gone, baby, I'm gone. Said I'm gonna Kansas City where they don't low me down.
Yeah. Debbie Grimm and McNurlin. Debbie Grimm.
That was just way too much fun. As they say, you should never have too much fun.
Now, if you see the lineup, you know that our bass player, Randy Hamilton, is not up on this stage tonight. He is fighting some kind of bug, and he did not want to pass it around. So We send a shout out to Randy Hamilton as well as Paul Martin that couldn't be here this evening. And we got a special thanks to Rob McNurlin. Thank you for stepping in with your stand-up bass talents. Who knew? We've got a lovely, lovely little tune. There, it got whipped on it. Woo.
Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. Dig it off.
So again, you see Rob McNurlin. We're going to feature him up front here for a couple of songs. And again, thank you for coming out, because the proceeds at the door tonight go to the Big Brothers Big Sisters of the Tri-State. And that is certainly a lovely way for us to say happy holidays to them. Thank you with your help for allowing us to do that. Rob McNurlin, I like your guitar.
Thank you. I bought this at Route 60 Music.
Yeah, you
Wow. Interesting.
And everything you're wearing, right?
You know, they need to open up a Western wear corner of the store. That would be great. Oh, great. Are we ready?
We're ready. Tell them something.
They don't even. Obviously, I don't know anything about it from the conversation we had the other day. We rehearsed this a couple of times, and I swore up and down it was on my latest CD, and it's not. It was about 4 CDs ago.
How time flies.
Yeah. So here we go. Good morning, sun. I know you're behind those clouds. Good morning, sun. I know you're behind those clouds. Maybe later today you'll come out. Had the blues for breakfast, thinking of old times. Had the blues for breakfast, thinking of old times. Maybe later today I'll clear my mind. The early morning is fading away like the dew. The early morning is fading away like the dew. smile. Maybe later today I'll wear a smile. Maybe later today I'll laugh a while. Maybe later today I'll laugh a while. Maybe later today I'll laugh a while. Thank you very much. Thank you all very much.
Can they get that on there, right?
I don't know, which one is that? I think that's on the Blue Nashville Guitar CD, I think, but I wouldn't swear to it. At this point, I wouldn't swear to anything. I wasn't even supposed to be here, really. Until Tuesday night, I found out I was going to be here, and then tonight I found out I was playing bass, too. And so I don't know what I'm doing after the show. It's hard telling. I might be walking home or
We
sleeping
just
on the
thought
floor.
you'd be up for a little stretch, you
I'm
know.
okay with it.
Yeah.
I'm okay with it.
We'll get you around home.
When Charlie first mentioned it, he said, you know, it's kind of our Christmas show, and, you know, if you got a Christmas song, you could do that. And the only song that came to mind was an old Woody Guthrie song called The 1913 Massacre. And it's a true story about a bunch of kids that get trampled to death on Christmas Eve.
Very uplifting.
So Charlie said, nah, just do some of your songs. So I don't know that they're any more uplifting, but at least they're not Christmas. You know. So we'll go way back. I do know this one's on the first CD I ever put out, which was 25 years ago, a long time ago. I was 8 years old when that first CD came out. Do you know the pain? You rise above. You abstain. Can you hide your love? You walk the wire to infinity. Cross the fire to the crystal sea. Can you pay the cost? Can you afford to taste the blade of the double-edged sword? You tame the dragon that lies within the darkness and the hearts of men. Caves of despair, streets of the blind, echo the reality of the mind. Can you stand the punch of the spirit unseen? Will you waste your life or live the dream? You've been to the canyon of the unknown, cross the desert and touch the bones of the jackal and the sphinx. In the painted sand, you dug out the marrow and held it in your hand. Is your telescope focused on a star in the east? Have you made war, or have you made peace? Your deeds stand alone next to the sun. Will the fire burn everything you've done? Goodness is in the beholder's eyes. You are blind and so am I. Do you think you're covered by the stars and bars? Have you come to know the King of Hearts? Thank you very much. Thank you all.
What a beautiful song. It's called The King of Hearts. The one earlier that was maybe later today. Rob McNurlin, incredible songwriter, wonderful player. Thank you so much for joining us this evening. Well, another special treat with another special guest. It's a little bit different from our shows. We're so pleased to have Mr. Callicoat come up on this stage and be featured with a little bit of a song. Sharing a little bit of a story behind the meaning of the song, how the song came about. Really good to see you, Paul. You're having a good holiday season?
This is my 50th year in retail at Christmas. What do you think?
Oh, you'll get some time off later. Oh, now we love what we do or we wouldn't be here. It's just so fabulous. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome Paul Callicoat.
Thank all of y'all for coming out this evening. Rob, you might give me a little bit of a aux 1 up just a hair there. On the vocal. You got my guitar in there? How come I got no guitar? Push the on button on the guitar.
The on button is on, buddy.
I think you got it downloaded.
You got it now? You got the volume on the guitar?
All volumes up on the guitar. It was working great just a minute ago with you. What'd you do to it? You break it?
Great on you, man.
That's.
Well, I can't be the bass player.
Give me 1 second. I got to be the sound guy.
Don't know for sure. Your ox is in the pen.
There were a few wrenches thrown into this show tonight. Like we still don't have a guitar.
We can hear it in the back. We can hear it.
It's not coming to the mains though.
Mike said. Hold on, I'm just going to use Doug's vocal mic here, or fiddle mic. This is Doug's mic.
Okay.
That'll do. In a pinch, you improvise.
Absolutely.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas,
Paul. Before I get into it, I just found out tonight that I'm supposed to tell a story. I really don't have a story prepared. I mean, I can tell some stories. Before we get into that, I want to talk about Big Brothers, Big Sisters for a moment. I spoke to them for a while on the phone this week while I was, letting them know we were doing this benefit for them and that sort of thing. And they really need mentors. What Big Brothers and Big Sisters does is they hook children who don't have very much of a positive attitude. And by children, I don't necessarily mean all small children that are struggling in life, and they give them a mentor. They try and bring a positive influence to a child's life. And in speaking with them yesterday, they appreciate the money, they appreciate the donation, but they need volunteers to mentor children that need a positive figure in their life, that gives them something to dream about, something to look forward to, something that encourages them, and lifts them up a little bit, but gives them a little bit of self-esteem so they can go out in the world and function. So if you've ever wanted to volunteer for something really cool, that's something maybe to consider. So think about that. In the meantime, let's talk about Christmas. You know, my first memory of Christmas was my mother's Christmas tree. Back then, icicles weren't these little flighty things that would blow away in a fan. They were made out of lead. And they literally hung perfectly straight. And my mom would make sure that we got to put all the ornaments on, and we got to put all the lights on, but when it came to the icicles, only my mama was allowed to touch that tree. And those icicles hung so straight and so beautiful. But then they were heavy, and on some trees they would tend to fall off in the floor. Well, my brother and I, my brother Dave, we found out that we could take those things and squish them together and make a really nice lead ball out of them. They would adhere to each other, and we had so much fun throwing those things at each other. Lots of really, really wonderful memories. But my first memory was how beautiful the Christmas tree was. And I don't think since Mom passed I've ever seen a Christmas tree that beautiful since. It's just wonderful, wonderful memories. My first Christmas memories are of a Dick Tracy metal car, of a G.I. Joe space capsule, of a gun that blew a big blast of air in your face, which was unbelievably cool. We had a blast with that. But what inspired this song? You know, all songwriters, if you're from West Virginia, you have to write a song about West Virginia. Well, they probably should write a Christmas song too. So I decided I wanted to write a Christmas song. And there was one night that I remember very clearly, and it's kind of described in the first two verses of the song, but providing I can remember the first two verses of the song, I only play the song about, once every 2 or 3 years. But I remember my mom and dad taking me downtown. This was before there were any Walmarts or Hills or Hex or basically any large discount stores. And Mom had one hand and Dad had the other, and I was maybe 5 years old. And they were dragging me through the streets of Huntington in a slushy, snowy, hurried, crazy, insane way. And I remember how beautiful Huntington was at Christmas back then. They had Rudolphs on the corners and Santas on the corners. And it wasn't just, the occasional wreath. The whole town was decked out so that it was just unbelievably beautiful. And I'll never forget that evening with them. One of them, I was little, I couldn't keep up with how fast they walked, so they were kind of dragging me through the streets. And the smell of Anderson Newcomb's, going into Anderson Newcomb, and the ladies, selling the lingerie and the perfume, and I was always so fascinated. And they had a great little book department downstairs, and even when I was a young kid, I was always fascinated with books. And so that evening figured greatly in my memory. And this song just kind of came from that. And forgive me if I blow the words at some point. I'll see if we can pull this off. Rushing through the blowing snow, down sidewalks filled with hurried folks. Mom and Dad were squeezing tight to my little hands that December night. People laughing and bells are ringing, colored lights shine on the glow. The shush of slush, the smell of diesel, a child's Christmas long ago. Now we ducked into the HL Green for a soda pop and Dad a magazine. I spun upon that counter seat while Mom just rested her weary feet out on the streets, all hung in lace above the shoppers to and fro. A candle twinkled, Santa winked at baby Jesus of Christmas long ago. There's babies crying and children laughing, and my uncle's drunk on Mom's eggnog. My sister smiling cause she told Dad that you just can't hide a puppy dog. And I'm just fine, all wrapped in always here, or so I hope. The time it barrels like a north wind, leaving bits of Christmas long ago. Now jingle bells, jingle bells, shotgun shells, shotgun shells. Come Christmas Eve, they'll start to come with gifts piled to the sky. I'll build a fire, we'll sit and talk about the years gone by. And in the floor, the children's kids' cups have truly overflowed. This will be their memory, friend, of a Christmas long ago. Jingle bell, shotgun shells, rushing through the blowing snow, down sidewalks filled with folks. People singing and bells are ringing, Christmas is all aglow. Well, thank you all so much for coming. We hope to bring this back in March. I think we're going to take January and February off, and then we'll be coming back in March to kick up another season of this. So thank you all so much. Y'all have a Merry Christmas.
Paul Callicoat, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, makes the season bright. Thank you so much, Paul. Thank you for sharing that with us. So we've got a couple of holiday songs for you, and we've got a headliner as well. So
I also have some news.
Oh.
I have some news.
Okay.
You know, it's very much in the news about concerns about bullying in Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. So the Floods Research Department has been working very hard on this to identify the reindeers involved in this.
Please do tell.
And we've discovered who it is. It's a reindeer named Olive. You know, we didn't know that there was a reindeer named Olive.
Olive didn't make the song.
But actually, the information is all in the song. It said, Olive, the other reindeer, laughed and called him names. It was right there all along. And I don't know how we missed that for so long. But, so if y'all know where Olive is, we've got to see her.
So glad you filled us in on that. Because I didn't think Olive made the song.
Christmas song.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire, Jack Frost nipping at your nose, Yuletide carols being sung by a choir, and folks dressed up like Eskimos. Everybody knows of turkey and some mistletoe help to make the season bright. Tiny tots with their eyes all aglow will find it hard to sleep tonight. They know that Santa's on his way. He's loaded lots of toys and goodies on his sleigh, and every mother's child is gonna spy to see if reindeer really know how to fly. And so I'm offering this simple phrase to kids from 1 to 92. Although it's been said many times, many ways, Merry Christmas. Christmas to you.
Michelle Lewis, your host.
Oh, thank you. Oh, now I know you've been waiting for him, and he has been just itching to get up on this stage. So if you could, won't you help us welcome Alan Brown? Yeah. You want to hear a little bit about this young man? He's a 27-year-old Lawrence County, Ohio native who's been one of the go-to guys behind the scenes at WSAZ News Channel 3 as his day job. But Alan has a nightlife that many in the region enjoy as well. And for the past few years by night, he's a founding member, lead guitarist, and vocalist with the rising indie R&B rock band The Dividends, which has come popular on the local scene recently and gained national attention as a featured band on the syndicated Dallas-based Lex and Terry morning show, heard around the country, yes. A 2009 graduate of Chesapeake High School and 2014 graduate of Ohio University Southern's electronic media program, congratulations. Brown began his journalism journey while still in college, getting his foot in the door and hustling as a part-time contract videographer for WSAZ. Alan and the band released its first 7-song CD just in 2017. It's called Shakesy, with original tunes. The Dividends have played all over the region, from Appalachian Power Park and Taste of Old Charleston to Pullman Square, where the group played last summer with the veteran indie band Ona. He says, "It's crazy." That's right. That's what Alan told Dave Lavender of the Herald-Dispatch earlier this year, that people know our song names and know the words so they can sing along. Ladies and gentlemen, if you know the words, sing along with Alan Brown.
What an intro. I will say it's cool to be here, and Merry Christmas if I don't see any of you all again until then. I've been coming to Route 60 Music since I was able to drive at 16. I'm 28 now, and it's the first time I've been on this stage. It's really cool. I appreciate Paul and appreciate this store and local businesses being here. Support local businesses if you can, and you should, because they need us more than Amazon and more than all that stuff. So if you need some stuff, support local. Yeah. Support local. So Paul and everyone here has been so incredibly good to me, and that intro, I don't even know what to say after that, so I guess I feel like you all know my life story. I feel like I know myself more as well. But so I'm going to play a couple, and play in a band called The Dividends, as she said, and I'm going to play one from there, and then maybe one or two that no one else has ever heard that aren't dividend related. And I will say all the bands have merch in the back right in front of the service desk there, so if you like what you hear, go buy a little something, make it a stocking stuffer and all that. So here we go. This one's called Shallow Bay. I found myself in a shallow bay. It pulled me in underneath the waves. As I came, I heard someone say, just wait right here, it'll be okay. That's what I believe. Cause these are things that I made up when I can't think straight enough. Maybe you call me out, and maybe you make me see just what I'm really made of. It's gonna take a while, but it's what I need. And as I came up above the waves, some people stared and the others waved. And as I came, I heard someone say, just wait right here, it'll be okay. I tell Brian all the time. Cause these are things that I made up when I I can't think straight enough. But maybe you call me out, and maybe you make me see what I'm really made of. It's gonna take a while, but it's what I need. These are things that I made up when I can't think straight enough. But maybe you call me out, maybe you make me see it's what I'm really made of. It's gonna take a while, but it's what I need. Thank you. I will say, this is probably the weirdest thing I've done in a long time playing music, because I play in a band and I'm a guitar player and I have people up front that I can just play for. And to sing like this is definitely a weird experience. But thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for obviously coming tonight and helping Big Brothers and Big Sisters. I was a part of the program for a while, and the match legally or technically is over, but I was a mentor to a young boy named Amani, and he was the coolest, most kind, just chillest little dude, very quiet, kept to himself. But it was cool because there were things like video games, and he eventually got a guitar that brought him kind of out of that big bubble that he was in. And Paul said it, but if you guys are interested or want to make a difference, you guys can make a difference simply by giving 6 to 8 hours a month minimum time to someone who may need just a mentor or someone to look up to. And it's not your job to discipline them or to treat them as like your own child, but just someone to look up to. And I really suggest that if you guys are looking to make a difference, maybe that's your New Year's resolution, is find out how you can help a little bit more in the world. Big Brothers, Big Sisters, check that stuff out, guys. It's really cool to be a part of that, and you can make a difference just by giving just a little bit of your time. So definitely consider that. This is a song that I've only played maybe in front of a couple people ever, and only a couple people have ever heard it. And so at the end of 2017, I took some big steps in my life to make myself happy, and I started really focusing on mental health. And I'll just be completely real with you guys. I mean, from the time I was a little kid, even in middle school and high school, I was very depressed, and I was doing a lot of self-harming. And I spent a lot of time really underneath a lot of stuff that, even though I was able to put on a good face in front of everyone, I was really hurting. And at the end of last year, I took a step to go see a therapist and to go take medicine and to get my body and my mind where it should be. And thank you for that, because it's something I'm very passionate about now. And so this song was written a long time ago when I was still stuck underneath of all that stuff. And it's kind of about just wanting to be able to stay in a clear mind space, because there are days where you did have some clarity and you weren't completely overwhelmed with depression or anything like that. But this is about wanting to stay in that point of view of just happiness when you have a little bit of that clarity. So this one's called Point of View. I've only played this maybe in front of a couple people ever. So. Under the hues, I wasn't feeling so well, but it's not something new, and I just needed your help. So I packed up my bags and I picked up my legs, 'cause under these scars there's still something left. And I was on to something new, and I was feeling that way, and I was hoping that I might do just something happy if I could only stay. If I could only stay in this point of view. the news they were drying the wells, so all people saw what they were trying to sell. And we kept up our games till we didn't know how, and we dried up our eyes and we gave up ourselves. But I was on something new, and I was feeling that way. I was hoping that I might do just something happy if I could only stay. If I could only stay in this point of view. If I could only stay. If I could only stay in this point of view. Thank you. It's cool to see some familiar faces here, and a lot of new faces. This is actually probably the earliest time I've ever been on a stage, and I'm not too mad about it, actually. It's so I work at Channel 3, and I go in at 4:15 in the morning. So sometimes playing super late, even though you don't have to work in the next morning, man, your body is on that clock of 9:30. I gotta go to bed, man. So there'll be times where I don't take the stage till 11, and I'm like, whew. I don't drink coffee or anything, so a lot of Gatorade, I guess. How many am I supposed to do, Paul? One more. Uno mas. All right, cool. So, but thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for coming. Please check out the merch table back there and support the bands. And always come here and support Route 60. I got this guitar at Route 60 as well. This is my Taylor. And there's a gift to myself. And I've got a lot of stuff here. So definitely come and support this. And so this next song is about forgiveness. And it's playing it super stripped down because there's supposed to be 3 vocal parts. We'll do it with 1 if that's cool. And it's called Comeback Kid. And originally it was about forgiveness, or it still is about forgiveness. So I think originally this is probably my first breakup song I ever wrote. But it goes a lot deeper than that now, the more that we play it out. And forgiveness is not a sign of weakness. It's not, it doesn't lessen what someone did to you. Forgiveness lets you let go of it. It's basically saying that what that person did was so like trash and awful that you no longer hold on to it anymore. It's no longer a part of your life. So grudge is one of the heaviest like burdens to carry, I've found out over the past year. And it's not a sign of weakness. So if you're holding on to something like that, it's time to let it go. Let's do that. Let's let it go. This one's called Comeback Kid. Except for myself, and I'm more than happy to love someone else. The whys and hows and ifs and buts, mind us not to fall in love. I can never get enough goodbye. Once in a while, well, I can let loose. No longer reminded the things that you choose. So now that we have stepped away, I finally see what you became. Longer was myself to blame. Goodbye. And oh, lost into myself. Won't say no from anyone else. Won't say no from anything else. And oh, I'm lost into myself. Won't say no from anyone else. Won't say no from same way. Those days are gone for good. There's nothing the same way. Those days are gone for good. There's nothing the same way. Those days are gone for good. There's nothing the same way. Those days are gone for good. I don't meet a stranger except for myself, and I'm more than happy to love someone else. Thank you guys very much.
Well, there was one more song before the interview portion of the interview portion is getting ready to start right now. And as I kick the microphone for the stand-up bass all around the stage, my sincere apologies. And if I need to pay for that, let me know. Oh my goodness, you are some incredible talent.
Well, thank you.
Woo, yeah.
Thank you.
No wonder you've been getting some stage time all around and up into the Charleston area too.
Hey, that's more dividends based. That's I got a lot of people that play in the dividends that are. It's cool to play behind them and be guitar for Hannah Spurlock and Heath and Chris and everyone like that. So if you guys are looking, just selfless plug real quick. If you have Facebook, look up the Dividends Band and you'll see a trumpet and a little mixed girl with curly hair sitting in front, me playing guitar and everybody like that. So if you look up the Facebook, the Dividends Band, that's the band that I play. Yeah.
Sounds super. I can't wait to look that up. And so there's also some codes on cards on the merch table back there. I feel so cool saying merch table because I always thought it was just merchandise table, but okay. So who have you been playing with besides that? Is there anybody that's hit you out of the blue gone, wow, I can't believe I got to play with them?
Me.
It's an honor. We sometimes Paul and I jam in here, and it's just cool because, like I said, I've been coming here since I was a little kid. And I remember when I first started coming here, I was super nervous to play in front of people. Now I just grab every guitar off the wall and play it. But now I've got to play with Jeremy Short and his band Short and Company. We went to Virginia and played like a little run down there, and that honestly was, if you have not heard Jeremy Short play, I mean, my word, that was an honor. And who else? I mean, that one, every time I play with Jeremy, I just get my mind blown. So that's what resonates probably most recently as far as being able to play with people that you just look up to, like, holy cow. Like,
Dreaming big, I'd someday like to sing with Stevie Nicks. Who would you someday like to perform with?
Oh, good question.
Dreaming big.
Oh, gosh.
Just dreaming big.
Probably a band called Paramore. I would have so much fun with Paramore. I would have so much fun with Paramore.
Yeah, I can see that.
I would love to play guitar for Paramore. That'd be awesome.
So tell me again, age when you started?
I probably started, probably when I was 17 or 18. I started when I was in high school. And so 2008, 2009 is probably when my mom got me a guitar. Not from here, but I think the next guitar was from here. It was actually from, what was it, Pied Piper? Or not Pied Piper, but Mac and Dave's, I guess, is actually what it was. So.
Downtown Huntington.
Yes.
Hey, so do you read music? Do you listen and play by ear? How do you do that?
I never had a formal teacher, so I ended up just YouTube and then playing with people that were way better and then learning from them. And so I can read music, but I mean, it's going to take me every bit of an hour and a half to read
Every good boy does fine.
Exactly. I have to do that every time I see sheet music, but mostly just by ear and just by YouTube and just kind of like that.
Super. And you write your own stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That one was breakup inspired.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, how about joy inspired? Do you have stuff that really, you just have overwhelming joy and just have to, you get hit with an idea and put it down on paper?
Yeah, my cell phone is full of, little 10-second snippets of, okay, ooh, I like that. Let me put that away somewhere. And I feel like a lot of the songs that I don't play out solo a lot. This is actually, I think, the first time I've ever performed is just me. But with a band, I feel like a lot of the songs that we write have undertones that might even sound a little sad, but generally if I have anything to do with the lyrics, there's always a hint of an undertone of like some joy or some looking forward or something like that. So I feel like there's a mixed bag in all the stuff.
Did I hear a little John Mayer in your style there?
I don't know. Is there John Mayer in it? I don't know. I don't know. I mean,
what do you listen to, I guess is the question.
I don't know if anyone's going to know this band, but there's a band called Houndmouth that's from Indiana, Kentucky area.
H-E-double-L?
Houndmouth.
Oh, Hound, okay.
Houndmouth.
Okay, like...
And they're, yes. And if you haven't heard them, check them out. They're like rock, country, blues, something, but it's not that.
Oh.
And they're all like 25 to 30, and they're not a huge band, but I've fallen in love with this band for the past like 5 years, and go to every time they come anywhere close, that's where I'm at the Houndmouth show.
Well, I'm so glad to have made your acquaintance. Thank you so much for sharing your great talent. We got a couple more songs, 2 more songs from you. Won't you please give it up again for
All right. Still so weird being up here by myself. I'm holding my hand, Paul. If I got something on my mind, I might say it. I don't mind, shake my fist at you. If you don't like this persuasion, just hold on, you got nothing left to prove. Don't let it bottle up inside, 'cause it'll hurt worse than what you feel. And so to seize the time, just go ahead and let it cry. Just once for me, but twice to know it's real. I said go and let it out. Why don't you let it out? 'Cause you know I'm here. Sticks and stones, they might break you. It takes time to understand the truth. And if you don't mind, I'll be right here waiting. These are the words I should have listened to. You gotta ease your mind, don't let it bottle up inside, 'cause it'll hurt worse what you feel. So to seize the time, just go ahead and let it cry. Just once for me, but twice to know it's real. I said go and let it out. Why don't you let it out? Why don't you let it out? Just go on and let it out, 'cause you know I'm here. Thank you. So that song I have actually never played in front of people, I don't think, ever. And it's a song, there's a guy that told me once that people listen to what you have to say, and it's kind of interesting to see that after going through everything with depression and finally getting my mind straight, that I can see a lot. I can see clearly now, all that. But thank you. That's a bass note, someone in there singing real low. But how I've been able to just see exactly what I'm supposed to be doing with my life. And there's times where I just sit and I'll pray at night, especially when I'm going to bed, and just see that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be. And I think sometimes it's easy to get lost and think that, oh, if only I had this would be better, or only if I were there, or if I had a better job, or if I was whatever. But sometimes you have to just say, okay, I wasn't ready for any of that, but now that I can see this, and I'm a lot level-headed, I'm seeing all these opportunities that are opening up for me, and I'm able to speak to people and about the mental health thing. So that song was kind of about how people always tend to gravitate to me, or I have these close friendships that we can just share these ideas, and that if you have those people in your life, hold on to them. There are good people out there that if if they want to be in your life, they will. And if they don't, then you just have to let them go. And that was kind of what that song was about, just sharing, you know, times where at the end of the night, my friend Brian's in the back, and he takes guitar lessons here. We played at a church called C3 together, but he's my dude, and he fits that song. He's that person that I go to, and likewise to him. So if you have that person, hug them, you know, show them that you appreciate them and stuff. So I could probably be up here talking for a good 45 minutes just talking, so don't let me do that. All right, I'm going to attempt a Houndmouth song by myself, since we talked about Houndmouth. This song is called My Cousin Greg. I'm real nervous about this, to be honest. I'm not going to say it, Brian, by the way. My cousin Greg, he's the one that you don't want to miss. He's making his way from Florida up to LA. He left the Tropicana and passed through Louisiana. He laughs hard and carries on, but he can barely stand you. And all his physicist buddies, they all wear the snow white coats and goggles to shield the elements from their eyes. And Greg's in pain, life vicariously through his mathematics. As if you want to live the good life, you better stay away from the limelight. If you want to live the good life, you better stay away from the limelight. Call him Roland James. He's got a heart that's made of brains. He fell in love once and thought about it for a day. Hey Greg, tell me where'd you go last night? He says, I don't know. I woke up with a pocket full of loot. And if you wanna live the good life, you better stay away from the limelight. That's what I said. If you wanna live the good life, then you better stay away from the limelight. Thank you guys for listening, man. This is cool. Thanks to Route 60. Check out Big Brothers and Big Sisters. Check out the merch table, 1937 Flood. Thank y'all, man. And thank you guys for listening. Hope you guys have an awesome Christmas. Thank you.
Try not to take any other microphones out. Oh, again, thank you so much to our great artist, Alan Brown. And again, we've got just a couple more songs for our Route 60 Saturday night show. It's been so wonderful to have you here coming out. I know it was just rain, but it was foggy too, and the traffic was heavy because of all the holiday shoppers. We've got one more holiday song for you. And then the final song to take the show on out. There's some cider still back there, and maybe a cup or two of the hot chocolate with those tiny little marshmallows. It's going quick, it is. But it's nice and warm. So Alan told you that the proceeds from tonight's show benefit the Big Brothers, Big Sisters of the Tri-State, and we want to thank Mike McCord and Tony McCord and Paul Callicoat and Debbie Grimm and all of the folks that came out to help us make tonight such a success. And that includes our live audience. Also, that includes our Facebook Live audience, too. So, thank you again. We'll see you in March, April, May, and June. So, keep that in mind. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let let the Yuletide game. From now on our troubles will be far away. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on our troubles will be out of sight. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and have yourself a merry little Christmas now.
Get it off, Doug. Have a little microphone.
Another great Rose 60 Saturday night. We couldn't have done it without you. Again, our wonderful guests, Debbie Grimm, Alan Brown, Paul Callicoat, Robin McNurlin, the house band, Charlie Bowen, Doug Gibbon, Sam St. Clair. I'm Michelle Lewis, your chick singer. This is so great to be here. Again, we'll be back in March, don't forget that, and March 9th, we're set to play Taylor Books in Charleston. So have a super holiday, be safe, want to see you again. Thank you so much to the folks here at Route 60 Music for making it so spectacular. Thank you.